Well, my friends, how you all doing? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a fresh week of FM21 content as we crack on with another episode of Project Black Sea. Last episode, my friends, is linked above for you right now. Feel free to go check that one out, go get caught up before you move along with today. We've got a couple of really big games we're going to be playing in today's episode. At the top of the table, they could be very, very important for the landscape of the league and how it plays out. I'm going to cover what's happened between last episode and this one. We've also got some transfer talk to talk about because the winter break's finished, the window is open again, and I might have messed things up. So let's talk about these transfers, ladies and gents, before I move on and talk about anything else. So first and foremost, I don't know why he's not appearing on the list. Oh, because he wasn't in, that's why. Here we go, Brandon Haustrup. He's returned to Hearts. I didn't realise he was in the last year of his deal, so our loan for him only took him up to the winter break, which is very annoying because it's left us with just one left back. I've had to jump into the market and sign one, but whether or not the player I've signed is going to be able to do the job that Haustrup was doing, we will have to wait and see. To be fair, he was a very, very good player. Didn't really pull up many trees. He was okay. His average rating was pretty decent over 14 appearances. I did try to sign him full time, but he wanted a lot more money than we could offer. So unfortunately, Haustrup's gone, but we have brought a player in to replace him. Now, as far as players going out, you're going to see that Fomba has left the football club on loan. It basically kicked off, said he wanted first team football. We transfer listed him to try to move him on like he wanted. No one was willing to buy it, so instead we have loaned him. He's gone to Stade Malien, which was good because I had a new centre-back lined up who I thought was going to come and join the club, and I had the centre-backs we've got. Then one goes down injured, and the other one looks like he's going to go off to Astra Gugu, or whatever their name is. I say Astra Gugu because of the video that happened with West Ham. It's this guy here, Andrea Fristov. He looks like a very good player, doesn't he? But yeah, look, as you can see, Astra Juju, they're there. They've offered him. They're a big club. They can probably offer him more money, and I get the feeling that's where he's going to end up. So we are going to have to look at some other possibilities. Now, as far as players coming in, we've bought Danila Vednikov in, 22 years of age, and I think it's a good deal. He's young. We can mould him into the role. He's got plenty of potential. He is a good signing. I might have overpaid 42k initially, but it can go up based on appearances to about 175k. It is what it is. He is going to play a lot of football. We're probably going to have to pay that probably within the next season or two. But we needed a left back. The guy we had isn't good enough to be playing regularly, and we needed someone that we could trust. And I do feel like we can trust this lad to come in and play football for us. So yeah, that's two things that we've done. The other one is Ivalo Ivanov is going to be joining us on a free transfer at the end of the season. Now, he hasn't really done much for us this year, but I see enough in him at 19 years of age that I think he can develop into a good player. And if we can coach him properly to play the advanced playmaker role, he may well be Bakir Rasim's replacement. Because Petrov, who we have, who plays there from time to time, isn't getting any better. And I'm probably going to try and move him on. The big thing for this window, though, as things stand, is we need to get another centre-back over the line because of the injuries and the crisis I've left us in by allowing Fomba to leave so early on in the window. But anyway, let's take a look at the fixtures, ladies and gentlemen, and what has been going down in Chinatown. Last episode, I believe it was all the way back here, wasn't it, when we played Lokomotiv Sofia and CSKA Sofia, and we did all right. We got good results in the games. I've played a few more games than I had originally planned. I wanted to get it past this, but it does mean I've played a couple of cup games. There are some friendlies thrown in there to make it look like we've played lots more games than I planned, but we haven't. But we started off with Ludogorets' third team, beaten by 3-1 in the cup. You'll see Tira and Yankov with the goals in this one. Really, really good result. Then we came up against Lokomotiv Plovdiv. Really good 3-0 win. Zhivkov with a hat-trick. He is in the goals this season. Absolutely loving life. Then we come up against Botev Vraka, 3-1 win in this. You will see with 1-0, it went 1-1. And then we got a couple of really, really good goals through Rasim and Petkov. Then it was Ludogorets Razgrad, and they dealt us our first defeat of the season. 2-0 win for them, and it was an easy win. It does have to be said. It was competitive. We had chances, but it was an easy win. They really, really turned on the style in the second half. Then we came up against Arda in the Cup quarter-final. 1-0 win for us. As you can see, Dubrovnik Bonev with the goal. Really, really good stuff. So it sends us into the semi-final for the first time, ladies and gentlemen, and I promise you I will bring you the semis. When it comes to the Cup, because the whole goal is to get to a Champions League final, they don't matter as much. They matter for like building reputation and stuff, but they don't matter as much, you know, for me bringing you episodes and showing you. CSKA and 1948 were up next. A 3-1 win. Topes with a brace. Bikir Racine with the other. Then it was Cherno. 3-0 win. Zhivkov with a brace. Tira with the other. Then it was Bero. Stara. 3-1 win. Zhivkov, Iradi and Topes with the goals in this game. And that brought us to the mid-season break. We've played a few friendlies. Pretty good stuff in the friendlies just to keep things ticking over. And that brings us up to date. And we're going to be playing Levski. And we're going to be playing Botev Plovdiv in today's episode. I still think Levski are a really good team. I was having a look at them, and they've got games now and stuff. They lost their striker, basically lost their best player in the summer. He went to Spain, and that's kind of what's happened, is their goals have disappeared a little, and that's kind of why they've dropped off. Now, what we are going to do is play these two games, then I'll probably finish off this stage, and then we'll come back for this semi-final double header. I think that'll probably be the next episode. We have got Ludogorets, the old rival that they are becoming. So the league table looks a little something like this, ladies and gentlemen. We are top of the pile, 7 points clear, but CSKA Sofia do have a game in hand. So yeah, it's still very, very tight at the top, but what is nice to see is that we are a whole 13 points clear of Ludogorets and Plovdiv, and we are 14 points clear of Botev. So yeah, we are doing very, very good stuff this season, and you know, I would like to think we can go on and win it from here, but we do have to keep an eye on the form of CSKA and Ludogorets. As we know, they can win games for fun when they get on a bit of a run. Zhivkov is top goal scorer for the season. Dimitrov's in there with the assists. We're having a good time of it. We're really having a good time of it. But let's crack on, shall we, with the first game of today's episode, as we do take on Levski Sofia at home, and this is the team we're going to have to go with. Now, the player that we've lost to injury is that of Markov. He's had a very, very good debut season, and this is going to be a big miss, but 2 to 4 weeks we're going to be without him. It does mean that Malinov, the youngster, is going to get a proper go, because until we sign a replacement for Fomba, he is the man to go to play alongside Uradi. Why? Markov is out injured. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens at the back. And obviously, we're going to have Verdenikov, who is going to be coming in at left back, making his debut. And we're just going to have to see what sort of player we have on our hands. But other than that, it's a pretty strong lineup. I do need to bring to your attention Topes. He has a £2 million release clause. Fenerbahce came in and exercised that. He rejected them, but he won't sign a new contract with us. So we're in a bit of a weird place where Topes is concerned. He's kind of got to that level where he is good enough to be playing probably at a higher level and for a better team, but he doesn't want to leave because he's enjoying his time with us so much. So yeah, it's a bit of a strange one, but he is developing into a special player, and we need to get rid of that release clause at some point. But anyway, we are going to go with Petrov in goal, Atanasov and Verdenikov at full-back, Iradi, Malinov at centre-back, Yankov, Dimitrov centre midfield, Petkov and Topes on the wings. We're going to go Bakir Racine through the middle and Zhivkov up top. And so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't going to be an easy game. Okay, on paper, it probably appears as though it's going to be easy because of where they are in the league. But they won the division last year. And when I was taking a look at them, they've got a really good team still. Some still very, very good players in there. So I don't think this is going to be easy at all. They've got a couple of games in hand as well over a majority of the league. And they win them. And they really do go up the table. So a win here from them would be massive. And they probably need it. I think CSKA are playing Ludogorets at the time of this match as well. So that is interesting. Ludogorets could end up doing us a bit of a favour if the result doesn't go our way. But very early doors, and we look as though we're building something. And that right there was nearly one of the best goals we've ever scored. That pass and move was brilliant. We're going to get a corner. and it's going to get dumped in, and it's going to get saved. But that was really, really good start from us. Very, very impressive stuff. But yeah, they are. CSKA Sofia are playing Ludogorets, so we'll have to see what happens there. The battle of second and third. We've started this game very, very well on the front foot by the looks of things. And yeah, we just need to get ourselves a really good result. It's been a phenomenal season to this point. That does have to be said. Does have to be reiterated. At the end of the day, your season expectations were like 9th place by the media. So yeah, we've gone above and beyond, haven't we? That ball goes all the way over. Is the left back going to get one in? He is. It's not come off though. It's not worked for us. No shot there. Weird highlight, but I've seen many a weird highlight. Corner. And they're going to break. They're going to break. They're going to break. Come on, get out there and challenge. That's a lovely challenge by Atanasov, who has been very, very good for us at right back this season. That was an odd highlight. Nothing really happened there, did it? It looked like we were going to forge a chance, and we didn't. And that's into Zhivkov. That's a brilliant challenge by the defender, because he looked like he was through on goal. Here we go. Malinov on the ball. Use it. Use it wisely. And he does, because that's a phenomenal ball to Zhivkov, who from there really misses. And we go 1-0 to the good against Levski Sofia, ladies and gentlemen. And it's lovely to see us in front in the game. CSKA, Sofia and Ludogorets, so Asgrad, are still 0-0 in their game. So yeah, two very important games going on at the moment at the top of the table. We're kind of in a position where I want to win the league now. We've had such a good season. We've only lost one game. We've been very consistent for the majority of it. And I just want us to push on and try to do it this year. Because, I got into a conversation in the comments a couple of episodes back. A couple of people that watched the series, and one was saying, maybe we move on to a big club because it could take a while to maybe grow a club like Litex into Champions League. And another one was the other side of the argument. I like the idea of staying here because of what you've built and what you're doing. And I am very much 50-50 myself as well. I think if it was a huge job, I might think about moving on. But if not, then I think Litex is the club for me. I'm enjoying my time here. And we are overachieving this season, does have to be said. We are massively overachieving, the same way we did last season. Right, throw in now. Atanasov into Topes, back to him, ball in. It was a good ball, but Bakir Racine picks up. It's a lovely reverse ball, and Theodore Topazov, with his 7th of the season, puts us 2-0 to the good. And that is just the cushion that I wanted in the game. It really, really is. CSKA Sofia have missed a penalty in their game, but why am I not surprised? Because I would honestly go as far as saying 70% of penalties seem to get missed in FM21. It's very strange. Let's ignore that. Malinov is on that yellow card. Gotta keep an eye on him, but we are pretty stretched in that position, so he's probably going to have to see out the game. Plaman's not had the best game. Dimitriev's not had the best game. And CSKA Sofia have taken the lead in their game. So that's big for them. It's really big for them. We're into the last 10 minutes. I don't really feel like Dimitriev's going to be able to come off, but we can replace Plaman, that is for sure. We can replace him. By the way, Hristov isn't on the bench because this is his parent club and he wouldn't be able to play anyway. Oh, that was nearly a really good setup, that. Nearly a really good, well-worked free kick. The short option's not one we use very often where free kicks are concerned, but it is for the corners. Oh, what a free kick. What a free kick that was from Racine. I'm actually going to make that substitution. Tope's coming off for Petrov. Header saved from the keeper again. And we have been very, very good in this game. I know we haven't got long, but I just want to change that positional play. And yeah, we'll make that. And it's 2-0 to CSKA, so they've gone and won that game. That's going to be massive for them. They're going to be pulling away from Ludogorets, and they're actually going to help us pull away even further as well. So yeah, it's going to be a big, big result in the league as we go through again. It's a lovely ball to Zhivkov, and this time he drags his shot wide. We've created lots and lots of chances in this game, and it has been an excellent performance. Another 3 points against very, very hard opposition. Okay, we move on into the second and last game of today's episode. I realise this is episode 20, and I usually do a 3-game special, but because of all the transfer stuff that I wanted to talk about, I'm going to keep it at 2 games, and there'll be plenty of occasions where we can do those 3-game specials in the future, my friends. But yeah, we're going to crack on with the next game. We're away from home in this one against Plovdiv. We're going really, really well in the league, it does have to be said. We're going to go with the same team, not going to change anything. Little worried about Malinov because his fitness is questionable for the game, same as Bekir Rasim, but I am going to put him out there because it was such a good performance last time that I want to have my strongest team possible, and we will just mess around with it as time goes. We don't have a centre-back, that's the trouble, to bring in for Malinov because of the issues we've got, so we just have to play him for this, and if push comes to shove, Nikolaev can come in and just fill in at centre-back maybe for the last 15, who knows, we'll wait and see. But yeah, same team, not going to read it out, we're just going to crack on, my friends. Let's do it. And so here we go, the boys walk out onto that football pitch, ladies and gentlemen, hoping to get themselves another 3 points and get the job done again. But yeah, it's a big one. Botev Plovdiv, they're going alright, 34 points after 20 games, and they find themselves 5th in the table, so they're having a good season. They're going to probably be up there with us in that championship phase, so yeah, they shouldn't be written off in the game. You know, they've got a chance. Any team can beat anyone on any given Saturday and Sunday. We all know that, ladies and gents. Let's demand a bit more from the boys because we've not seen anything inside that first 15-20 minutes, have we? It's been a very, very slow start from us. And Malinov is looking very tired already. We're going to ignore that, but we might have to take a look at that at half-time. Petkov, a little bit worried about his form at the moment, I'm going to be honest. Ball in, and that's over the bar. But it has been all Botev thus far. We haven't even registered a shot yet. So you know, let's fire the boys up and see what can happen. Here we go. Bekir Rasim with a free kick. Oh, he's hit the woodwork. He has hit the woodwork. Very, very close for Bekir to get himself on the score sheet in this one. Malinov has picked up a yellow card now as well. Little worried about that position back there. And that's in. That's a good header out, but it's going to come straight back at us. We've not defended this, but that's a really good save from Petrov, who is, by the way, just one clean sheet away from owning the record for most clean sheets in the season for Litex. Ball in, saved again. And also, by the way, Zhivkov is the top goal scorer of all time at Litex Lovech now. He must be into the 70s, but yeah, he scored his 68th goal. And that made him number 1 half-time. And it's not been very good from us. Malinov, what are we going to do about you? So we've got Nikolaev, but I know he's not tall. Yeah, he's not tall. But you know what? I think we're just going to have to do it. We're going to have to bring him in and play him at centre-back, just because Malinov is struggling a bit in the game. Zhivkov's really struggling. I'm actually going to take Plamen off for Bonev as well, because he didn't have a good first half. And let's see if a couple of changes can help us out a little bit going into this second half, because it was pretty poor from us, pretty poor. Zhivkov just not in the game as a result, and we just need to see a bit more. As CSKA Sofia take the lead against CSKA 1948. 60 minutes gone and still we struggle in this game. Jeez Louise. Ball coming in. It's over the bar. If they were able to finish, they would be away in this game. It would be so easy for them, because we are doing nothing. Oh, God. The trouble is now I've got energy problems. But there's players that are not performing well that could probably do with coming off. And Zhivkov was the man I was talking about. And he tucks it away. We've been poor in the game, but we find ourselves ahead. It's pretty ridiculous sometimes, isn't it? Here we go. Can we get a head on it? We can, and it's that man Nikolaev who I was worried about bringing on because of his height. But here we go. Zhivkov dances through. He nearly scores. A wonderful goal, but it's not to be. Now I'm going to make my last substitution. It is going to be Bakir Racine. We're going to bring Ivalo Ivanov on for him in the game, and that's the last sub I can make. So we do have a few players here that are going to probably struggle through the last 15 minutes. And just go hope we don't pick up any injuries. This game, by the way, is coming 2 days after the last game played, which is why energy levels are probably a bit low. What a run. What a save from Petrov. Nothing's getting past him today. We can't do this substitution now, so please stop telling me about that. Yeah, this has not been a good display really from us, but we are 1-0 to the good, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Some very underwhelming performances, though, from the lads. Dimitriov in the midfield. Geez, that is a really bad display from you. A 6.3, and that's terrible from the keeper. Oh, he's going to give a penalty for that. Did you see how clean that tackle was? Oh, dear. And it's 1-1. Probably no more than they deserve, but that penalty is not a penalty for me. It's just not. It's ridiculous. If you win the ball, then it ain't a penalty. But it is what it is, and it looks as though it's going to be a point apiece, and they probably deserve it. They annihilated us. I have no idea what happened. We were just not up for that game. Okay, so we're back at the league table, and you know what? I can't be too disappointed with that. It's a couple of really hard games that was, and we do have some more hard games coming up. You know, we've got the CSKA Sofia game here. I am tempted. I am very tempted to do the next episode. The CSKA game could be really important, and I am tempted to do that as part of next episode. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking that semi-final is definitely going to come amongst a bunch of games in the championship phase. We're definitely going to be in that this season, and I think that's going to get mixed up. So I am potentially thinking about bringing it back for that CSKA game, because it could be really important. We don't know how the next little run of games is going to go. We don't know how many we're going to win and how many points we're going to pick up. As we've just seen, it was a bit of a struggle there against Botev, and so we're going to need to be better. And I do need to bring a defender in to help us out at the back as well. So there's work to be done. So yeah, I might bring it back for that game. We will wait and see. All will be revealed next episode, my friends. But not a terrible episode today. As far as league table is concerned, we remain top of the pile, but they've closed the gap, haven't they? They have closed that gap because of the draw. They win their game, and yeah, it's going to be very, very little, isn't it? The gap between the two of us is going to be down to 2 points. And it is going to be one of the two of us, I think, that are going to win it this season, which is why I do think that game's important, and it's why I want to bring it to you. So, yeah, I think that'll be part of next episode. And so there you are, my friends, another day, another successful episode of Project Black Sea. Do hope you've enjoyed it, my friends. Do let me know in the comment section below what you've made of it, and let me know what you've made of my complete mess of a transfer window I've made thus far. But yeah, I am going to be delving into it and trying to repair the damage that I've done, but hopefully it won't derail our season, my friends. But I am off skis. Subscribe if you're new, like if you've enjoyed the video. It's a really, really nice way to show your appreciation. And yeah, I'll see you all soon. Salutes, stay safe, stay humble. Until next time, laters.